Samantha Wohlford was a young woman living in Titus County, a small rural community in Texas where everyone knows everyone, and secrets are hard to keep. Samantha seemed like an ordinary girl with dreams and ambitions like anyone else. She wanted a life filled with love, excitement, and success. Known for her bubbly personality, Samantha was active in her church and had a close-knit group of friends. She was a regular at the local diner, where she often shared stories and laughter with her friends. Working as a waitress at the diner, she was saving money for her future, dreaming of opening her own bakery someday. Life in Titus County was simple. People looked out for each other, neighbors helped neighbors, and the pace of life was slow and steady. Summers were hot, and the nights were filled with the sound of crickets. Samantha seemed content with her life in this small town, appreciating the close-knit community and the sense of belonging it provided. Samantha's life took a turn when she met Ernie, an older and more experienced man with a charm that captivated her. They started dating, and Samantha fell deeply in love. She saw Ernie as her ticket to a bigger life, believing he could help her achieve her dreams. However, Ernie had a dark side. He was controlling and manipulative, using Samantha's love for him to his advantage. He isolated her from her friends and family, convincing her that he was the only one she could trust. Blinded by love, Samantha didn't see the warning signs. Her online life became a reflection of her relationship with Ernie, posting photos and videos on YouTube, showcasing their love story filled with affection and admiration for Ernie. She seemed happy and in love, but behind the facade, a darker truth was hidden. Samantha's dreams turned into a nightmare when she discovered that Ernie was not who he pretended to be. He was involved in illegal activities and had secrets he was desperate to keep hidden. Now trapped in a web of deceit, Samantha felt betrayed and consumed by fear, knowing too much. Ernie, realizing Samantha was a threat, decided to silence her. He lured her to a secluded area outside of town, promising her a romantic getaway, but instead, he took her life. The murder was brutal and cold-blooded. The news of Samantha's death shocked Titus County, as the small community reeled in disbelief. How could one of their own be capable of such a horrific act? The police launched a full-scale investigation following the digital trail left on Samantha's YouTube channel, which pointed to Ernie. Ernie was arrested and charged with Samantha's murder. The trial was a media sensation, with the courtroom packed with reporters, curious onlookers, and grieving community members. The prosecution presented a strong case, detailing Ernie's manipulation and the digital footprint of his crime. Ernie's defense team tried to paint a different picture, arguing that Samantha was unstable and prone to exaggeration, claiming that Ernie was innocent and that Samantha's death was a tragic accident. However, the jury saw through the lies and found Ernie guilty of murder. The sentencing was a somber affair, with Samantha's family delivering heart-wrenching victim impact statements, speaking of their loss, their pain, and their inability to comprehend the senseless act that took their beloved Samantha. The judge sentenced Ernie to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Section 5. Scars on Titus County. A community grapples with tragedy. Samantha's murder left a permanent scar on Titus County. The sense of security and trust was shattered. People started questioning their neighbors. Fear and suspicion replaced the once familiar warmth of the community. The tragedy forced the town to confront its own vulnerabilities. The local diner, once a place of laughter and joy, became a somber reminder of Samantha's absence. Her friends gathered there, sharing stories and memories, trying to make sense of the tragedy. They struggled to reconcile the bubbly, kind-hearted Samantha they knew with the brutal way her life ended. The town held vigils and memorial services to honor Samantha's memory. People brought flowers, candles, and photos, creating makeshift memorials near the diner and in the town square. They shared stories, offered condolences to Samantha's family, and prayed for healing. Section 6. Ernie's family picking up the pieces. Ernie's family was left to deal with the aftermath of his crime. They faced judgment and condemnation from the community. Some members of the family believed in Ernie's innocence. They stood by him, convinced that he was wrongly accused. Other family members were consumed by guilt and shame. They questioned how they could have missed the warning signs. They grappled with the realization that someone they loved was capable of such a horrific act. The family was divided, torn between loyalty and the undeniable truth. The impact on Ernie's family extended beyond the immediate aftermath of the crime. They faced social isolation, financial hardship, and the constant weight of their family's legacy. The children of the family were bullied in school, labeled as the children of a murderer. The family's story became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the devastating consequences of unchecked ambition and betrayal. Section 7. The Digital Trail YouTube as a Witness. Samantha's YouTube channel became an unexpected source of evidence in the case. Her videos, initially intended to document her love story with Ernie, inadvertently revealed a darker narrative. The videos showed a gradual shift in Samantha's demeanor, from bubbly and carefree to subdued and anxious. Investigators scrutinized the videos, analyzing Samantha's body language, her tone of voice, and the content of her posts. They discovered subtle clues that hinted at Ernie's controlling behavior. They found inconsistencies in Ernie's statements compared to the timeline of events documented in the videos. The digital trail left on YouTube served as a silent witness to the events leading up to Samantha's murder. It provided crucial evidence that helped the prosecution build a strong case against Ernie. The case highlighted the growing role of social media in criminal investigations, showcasing how online platforms can provide valuable insights into the lives and relationships of individuals. Section 8. The Mind of a Killer. Exploring Samantha's psyche. Samantha's murder raised questions about the psychology of the killer. What drove Ernie to commit such a heinous act? Was it a calculated act of self-preservation, or was it fueled by something more sinister? Experts in criminal psychology offered their analyses, exploring the potential motives and personality traits that might have contributed to Ernie's actions. Some experts suggested that Ernie exhibited traits of narcissism and sociopathy. They pointed to his manipulative behavior, his lack of empathy, and his willingness to exploit others for his own gain. They argued that Ernie's actions were driven by a need for control and a desire to maintain his carefully crafted facade. Other experts explored the role of jealousy and possessiveness in the crime. They suggested that Ernie's controlling behavior stemmed from a deep-seated insecurity and a fear of losing Samantha. They argued that Ernie's actions were driven by a twisted sense of love and a belief that he had the right to control Samantha's life. Section 9. Reflections on human nature, ambition, trust, and betrayal. Samantha's story serves as a stark reminder of the complexities of human nature. It highlights the dangers of unchecked ambition, the fragility of trust, and the devastating consequences of betrayal. Samantha's dreams of a better life blinded her to the warning signs in her relationship with Ernie. The case raises questions about the nature of trust and how we choose to place our faith in others. It prompts us to examine our own vulnerabilities and to be mindful of the potential for manipulation in our relationships. Samantha's story reminds us that even in seemingly idyllic communities like Titus County, darkness can lurk beneath the surface. Samantha's murder also forces us to confront the uncomfortable reality that evil can exist in ordinary people. Ernie, on the surface, appeared to be a charming and successful individual. Beneath the facade, however, lay a dark and dangerous personality. The case serves as a chilling reminder that appearances can be deceiving, and that we must be vigilant in protecting ourselves from those who might seek to exploit our trust. Section 10. Justice and its limits. Seeking closure in the aftermath. The guilty verdict and Ernie's life sentence provided a sense of justice for Samantha's family and the community. However, true closure remained elusive. The pain of losing Samantha lingered, a constant ache in the hearts of those who loved her. The scars left by the tragedy ran deep, affecting the lives of individuals, families, and the community as a whole. Samantha's story became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing our loved ones. It prompted discussions about domestic violence, manipulation, and the warning signs of abusive relationships. The community, in the wake of the tragedy, came together to support victims of abuse and to raise awareness about the importance of seeking help. The case of Samantha Wohlford stands as a testament to the enduring power of love and the resilience of the human spirit. It reminds us that even in the face of unimaginable loss, hope can emerge from the darkness. It encourages us to honor Samantha's memory by living our lives with compassion, integrity, and a commitment to protecting the vulnerable from those who might seek to harm them.